Hello and welcome to part 82. Like usual, check the description for any timestamps you want to jump to. Otherwise, thanks for sticking around for the play-by-play. Let's increase that speed. We got more digging going on. We recently traded with this merchant, so they'll be leaving shortly. Pretty much just got coin from them. Spring is here. Still looks like winter, but spring is here. Snow's melting. We'll get all of this put in shortly. We also need to start thinking about getting more space put in here, more dirt, so we can get more graves put in as we extend our graveyard out west. We already started a little bit here, digging out all this rocky soil, getting this filled in. Alright. We can cancel this. Our people can walk around the side here, so we don't have to worry about that. Settlers are idle. How are settlers idle? Someone trapped? No, people are working. You are wearing summer clothes, Sybil. You are one of our new joiners recently. Let's go and get you some better clothing. Once we get this put in, we're going to take this apart. Maybe we'll be able to take this apart and just get this bottom area put in as well. See if we can do that now. It's night shift, deer mod, you're praying. Let's take a look. Do you need that? You don't need that right now. Let's go mine this away. I want to make sure you're standing on the top here when this gets dug out so you don't end up trapped down here. Oh dear mod, let's get you out of the way here. There we go. We don't want you standing on it. Alright, perfect. Let's copy this. Let's throw this down here. Let's get this taken apart. You know what? Let's get this taken apart first. I want to make sure no one's standing here and getting stuck. Just plain dirt there. Let's get that filled up. Mine away this coal after. Well, let's wait on that. We're going to need to dig around there. No one's going to be standing there until after this gets filled in, so let's fill that in. Won't be a problem. Beggar has arrived. Alright. Let's send Foxy there. We'll speak with you. Alright, looks good here. Managed to get quite a bit of this filled in. No one got trapped. Alright, let's give the beggar something. Alright. Food should be around $4.50. 4.5 gold here. Let's give you a little bit of a variety. Looks like we don't have a whole lot right now in terms of variety. Let's get that filled in just for food. And let's see, give you a hat. Let's go further down. We should have some clothing here. Good clothing. Let's accept that. We'll see. That's not enough, unfortunately. I feel like that was less than we gave last time. Looks like our people are just thinking about what to work on. Looks like we got a lot of graves ready. Let's get these checked. See if we can get some of these filled in here as well. Some of these holes. How are we doing for dirt? Over 6,000. Alright, that's good. We'll be able to get a lot of this filled in. Well, let's leave this piece for now. Be able to start digging some of this out from the side if we are able to stand on this. We don't have enough room to bring all of this in. Looks like we're gonna have to expand this a little bit. Same with our coal. Looks like we don't have enough space. Let's expand that out. Alright, let's increase that speed up. Let's go take a look in our basement. Alright. We have a fair amount of wood still. Let's go ahead and put a shelf in here. Now, we're gonna just put one for now. After it's built, we're gonna go take a look at it and organize what items are allowed in there and what aren't. Here, we're just gonna copy this. Let's just put that across. Now, this only has two items, two manufactured items. This is tallow and beeswax. We're going to take the beeswax off here, and we're going to put the beeswax on this one. And on this one, we'll take the tallow off. Right, so that will go down here. And then we're also going to copy these shelves, put these down here in the middle. It's more storage space for all our materials, all the leather that we're going to have. Be able to store that easily now. Not going to have to worry too much. Let's get that picked up. Looks like we need more storage space for salt. Let's copy this, and let's go ahead and put salt in the basement here. I'm going to put that just in the center. Hey look, 9 deer have arrived. Let's take a quick look here. The animals. Have a few boar, a lot of deer, we got some fox, a few polecats. Anything die recently here at the front? Doesn't look like it. Let's just take a quick look at the resources. Carcass. No carcasses. Let's get all of that assigned. Let's get this piece under here filled in. Let's take a look. Any coal under here to dig out? Nope. Let's fill this with soil. Let's dig out a little ramp here for the bottom layer. And you know what? Let's expand this zone. We got a lot more clay. Let's make sure we have space for it. Okay, let's get this filled in. Let's see, if we can fill in these three here without anyone standing in this area, then we can just assign all this to be filled in after without having to worry about anyone getting stuck in there. Let's see, food needs to be prepared, so let's wait for the morning shift. Get a few people over there. And you know what? Let's actually increase the meal production we have. Let's go to 150. Right. How is our salt storage looking? Looking okay. Right. Let's take a look at the food here. Now this is 2.5 degrees. This room is colder. We obviously have the ice blocks in here. Let's see if we can copy this. Expand that. We're gonna set this to low. And let's see. Gonna need a lot more ice. Let's set that to 100. Slow this down a little bit. Copy, paste. I guess we can get rid of this previous one. paste, paste. Okay, did anyone get trapped here? Doesn't look like it. Elisa, let's get you to just finish this real quick. Alright, great. No one's trapped here. Let's just assign all of this soil at once. And start getting this filled in. Looks like we can dig out a little bit from this side. Let's increase that speed. Alright, get rid of this slope. Let's turn around. We can put in a slope here now. Start getting rid of this clay here. I think what we're going to do here on this side, we're going to just mine away a little bit of clay, and then we're going to get this filled up. We're going to save this for after. Don't need to worry about it if it's far away from the actual moat. We'll get the dirt filled in on this side. Let's see, Ulrich, let's get you to mine this away. Don't want anyone standing on this side mining. Just get this taken care of. Looks like we got some under the wall there we got to get to. Let's take a look under here. There's some clay. Gonna mine that away. Let's go ahead and get this soil put in here. We'll be able to mine a little bit away from this section, then we'll be able to walk across if needed. How are we doing for storage space? Doing okay. See if we can get all this clay picked up. Let's make a little bit more space here. Looks like our raw food supply is getting a little bit low. Let's harvest some of these. These are ripe and ready. And let's go take a look. It's been a while since we took a look at our apple orchard. I know spring just started. Not expecting much. It's a lot more than I thought we'd have. I'm glad we don't have to dig any lower on this side. I think we're going to start filling a little bit of this with dirt. Let's go ahead and expand that coal storage. Let's get this cleaned up. Clay pile is forbidden. Yeah, no one can get up there right now. No problem, we'll get to you eventually. A merchant. Philosophers of the natural order. Let's see. That is you here and you here. Okay. Some of our closest trading partners. We'll see what they bring us. Let's increase that speed. Alright, they're still making their way in. Let's take a look in the basement here. This room, we do want food here, but I think we're going to put just raw meals down here. Let's put in some shelving. Let's go ahead, we'll put in a whole side here. Alright. Let's see. It's almost time for bed. Let's pause this. Foxy, what are you doing? You're sleeping. Let's go and get you to trade. You just went to bed recently. Alright. Any trouble? Bandit camp. 11 tiles away. Okay. And let's see what you actually have to trade. Barter. They have coin. Coin is good. Let's go take a look. whole lot here. You know what? We'll take your hats. Yeah, simple healing kits. Nothing else you have I want. We don't want your overpriced components. Alright, let's see. We have a lot of hay. Let's see if we get rid of some of that. Gotta give you some animals if we're gonna give you hay. Let's see, do we have a lot of linen we can get rid of? Definitely gotta give them an animal. Let's go take a look. Alright, we'll give them that cattle for now. Let's go see what we can give out. Clean up a little bit of this. Some beeswax. And let's just give them some hay. Alright. We're still making out a little bit of profit there. Not getting a whole lot. Very simple things. Simple healing kits. Some hats we don't really need, but better to just have these sitting in our wardrobes. We have plenty of space. Gold coin. Help fund our prisoner reform program. Hopefully we get a prison merchant to show up soon. Let's increase that speed. See how far that coal goes under the wall there. This side we're filling in. Let's go put in some soil. Let's go take a look. Dig out some more on this side. Start filling in some soil here. Looks like we're gonna have to go a little bit lower here. Let's get all of this dug out. We're gonna put in another slope to go one layer under. Still got a lot to dig out over here. How's our storage space looking? You know what, let's add another layer for now. Coal. Still got space. It's okay, let's leave that. Alright, let's go take a look at our graveyard. See what we can add here. I know we checked a lot of these before, but there were still a few under construction. Alright, looks good for now. Let's go ahead and add some graves. Weather is looking good. Let's take a look in the wall here. Looks like we do have some coal we need to mine out. Kind of hidden here a little bit. You know what, let's not worry about this section right now. See if we can get this mined out. We're just going to do 2 layers here from the wall. We'll get 2 wide here that we're going to mine out from this side, then we're going to fill this back in. We'll worry about the rest of that later on from the other side. Don't want to waste too much time digging out over there if we can start getting it filled. Let's go take a look at our bonus trees. Get some of these chopped down. We're under 1,000 for the wood. Weather's warmer now. We can spend some time chopping trees down. Alright, let's go take a look. Our moat outside. We'll see if there's any trees here growing. We want to get these cut down. Anything near the entrance? Alright, we'll have a fair amount of wood added in for us. Looks like we're going to have to mine this from the side. I don't think we're able to reach this. No, because we can't walk on this. Okay, fair enough. I'll have to mine that out after. Let's get that filled in. Looks like we can get another slope put in here. Roll that down, roll that up, get that visual glitch fixed. Get a few of these filled in. Just mine away this little hill here. Ooh, a surprise raid. The Forest Bandits. Hey, they actually have siege weapons. Okay. "56 enemies. Let's pause this. Let's see, how close are you? You're far away. The west end. Alright. Let's get everyone drafted. Get into the rhythm. Alright, that's everyone. Now, we're not sure if they're going to head north or south over our wall, so we're going to just put some people on both sides. Now, the north here, this corner is usually the best. Not going to bother putting on the west side since there's just water here. They're going to be not really running close to this section here. They're going to be pretty much going up here and just running across. So let's go to the northeast. Get a few settlers on that side. We'll put a few more on the other side. Oh. Alright. Let's see. We get a few settlers up top on our newest tower here. Let's see, put a lot more here at the front. And let's see, we'll get some on the south wall. Alright, that should be everyone. Let's unpause this for a moment. Why is this selected? I don't want this selected. Why does it look like you're selected? I don't want you selected. Alright, let's go take a look. They're swimming. Are they splitting up their forces? Looks like they are. Some are going south, some are going north. Enemies have started placing siege weapons. Okay. Looks like we're gonna send some of our own people. Let's get you four up here. So this siege weapon. And let's see, maybe another four up here. And let's go through our list. Anyone who has a crossbow, I'm gonna get them to go down to this western wall. Not a whole lot of people using crossbows. Let's see, do I have anyone here who's able to put on a crossbow? Fortunately not. You able to put on just a short bow instead of a sling? Short bow here. Alright. You're a marksman. Let's get you a crossbow. You could use a crossbow. You are using a crossbow. Okay, let's go down the list a little bit. You can use a crossbow. You can use a crossbow. Alright, let's go get some crossbows put on. I don't know how this ended up here. Maybe I misclicked somewhere. Let's get that deconstructed eventually. I wonder how many more little things like that are around the map. Okay, let's pause this for a moment. Let's double check everyone. We'll see where everyone's positions are. Once everyone's inside, we're going to get the door closed. Is it just Paranel that's outside? Alright. That's good news. So let's get this locked. And Paranel, you know, you have this turned off. Okay, let's get you to just go up here. I'm gonna get you to lock this door. Paranel's inside, perfect timing. Alright, let's get you armed. And we'll have the 6 of you head to the keep here, get in position to put on some better gear. Let's see. Crossbows are in position. They're able to shoot. Few people putting on crossbows. Let's get you in a better position. Alright, first blood. Let's see, there was another group here. They have a trebuchet. Okay. First one we've seen. Now, do we want them to put it together? It will be free. You know what? Let's get these helmets put on while you're standing here. And let's see. We got a few people here. Let's get those helmets put on. Alright. Let's move you all to the north here. Let's go take a look. Any more crossbow wielding settlers we can position? We got a few here. You have a short bow. Let's get you up here. Alright. You need a skill of 10 to wear that. So you don't have a high enough skill. Alright, doing pretty well on this side. We took out a few of them already. Looks like that one machine is not going to be attacking us. Let's see. Might be able to get you a little bit better position here. Let's see. Get you to operate that. We'll put a few more people in better positions here. Alright, and we'll get you to deliver ammo. Alright, not liking those red dots I'm seeing. Looks like we might end up hitting our own base a little bit. What kind of ammo is this? Just a projectile? Yeah, if we shoot too close, definitely going to hit our wall. Even if I'm trying to shoot way over here, we're going to hit our own wall. So this is kind of not helpful right now. Let's get our people into better position. And you know what? Maybe we'll have better luck on the other side. Let's get all of you up top. Let's get you up top. Well, they didn't build it for us. They didn't finish it anyway. Quite a lot of enemies left. There are a lot of people that can put on crossbows that aren't using crossbows right now. So it's nice to get our people some better gear. They're not close to getting those done. Let's see if we're able to attack them with this. Alright, Dennis, or is it Denny's? Let's get you, head over here. See if those two can get some new weapons. Alright, you're gonna operate, you're gonna deliver ammo. Alright, zoom out, see if we can get a little bit of an angle here. Yeah, we're seeing red. I don't like that. But let's see how it goes. We can fire, see how much of our wall we break here. Quite a lot. I feel like this is what we had fixed recently. Yeah, hitting our own wall. Not doing too great, but thankfully they are repositioning themselves. Looks like they're trying to set this up. They keep spreading out. Looks like they kind of gave up on this one on the north side for now. But as people are running around, maybe we should get a few of these crossbow wielders. Position themselves up here on the northwest tower. Maybe they'll be able to shoot at some of them as they run by. Let's go put one of them up here. Here, marksman. Let's see. Crossbow. Any more crossbows? Looks like we got a few. Let's go set them up over here. Yeah, no one's attacking our entrance. Let's get our people in a little bit better position here, just in case. Not doing so well on this side. Definitely need to rethink how we're going to have our siege weapons set up. Doesn't look like they're doing too well on these towers, not with the Merlins the way they are. Let's see, is that enough? Nope, still breaking our own area. Let's pause this for a moment. Just take a look around, see what's going on. Not a whole lot. Enemies are still trying to set up their siege weapons. Some birthdays there. Happy birthday. Got yourself a perk. Wait, the drama queen. Alright, looks like some of that made it to the enemy. Maybe if I just have it attacking continuously now. We got a team there. Oh, enemy siege weapons. Still not ready. Is one of them set up now? It is. They managed to get this one set up. Thankfully for us, we managed to break our wall down just enough to be able to hit them. Alright, look at that. 10 hit points left. Let's pause this. Let's cancel that. Let's see if we can get a better attack here. This might take out some walls. Let's see how that shot does. Enemy suffering from cold. You know what, for the moment, let's just get you inside to stand by the fire. You're the only one. It's too bad they didn't finish this. I might have to finish this myself. Unfortunately, there's a lot of red there. Let's see. No, that didn't work. Looks like some of them are trying to walk around, and we do have some of our archers still ready here. Yeah, they didn't do too well. Well, 45 enemies went down. No settler was hurt. Now, this stuff that broke, I think that's my own fault. And not doing too well here. Okay, let's get this put back in. Alright, the enemy's fleeing. Let's just undraft everyone. Okay, now we had someone that needed winter clothes earlier. That's you. Let's see, what do we have nearby that we can get you to put on? Alright, let's go and assign that to you. And let's go and get this door at the entrance opened. Set that to keep open. Let's get you to open this. Alright. Let's cancel this. Let's cancel the other one. Cancel the other one. This one we can move. So let's remove that. And unfortunately we never had this built. Building can't be reached. No problem. Cancel that anyway. Let's get this picked up. And get those picked up. Alright, we got a lot of bodies here. Let's double click on these, get these hauled. Let's allow all of that. Let's take a look around the corner. I don't think we had any bodies anywhere else except where the siege weapons were being put down. Alright, we got about 40 bodies or so we need to find a home in the ground for. Thankfully we started putting some graves down. Fortunately, not enough, I don't think. Got maybe 30, 35 or so. Let's go and add a few more. Alright, let's increase that speed. Alright, I'm going to save this digging for later. We're way past an hour now. I think we're going to just call it. We have our graves being worked on. We're going to come back in the next video to deal with all these bodies as well as the digging. Let's turn on the trees. Let's turn on the roofs. Time to do the recap. We were raided recently. Last few minutes we just finished. This is the main fallout. Do have a free ballista here. Fortunately, we weren't able to let the enemies put the trebuchet together, which was in this section. Looks like we do have some free ammo, though, that they left us, so thank you for that. Got more junk to get rid of now. We got all this gear lying around we're going to have to dispose of. Looks like they keep bringing some junk. But some of the stuff is good. Fine. Not the worst things, but we don't necessarily need this. If you're bringing me nice crossbows or some battering rams made out of steel, that'd be nice. We started filling in the graveyard area here with some more dirt to expand. It's going a little slow, but thankfully the weather is warmer now. We'll be able to get more of this done. It's a bit of a side project. Main focus lately has been to fill in the southeast here. We're almost done filling this in. Got a little bit left here to go, as well as this slope to get rid of. Once that is done, we'll get rid of this little slope area here. And then we're going to be able to focus on cleaning this mess up. Looks like we got most of the tower area dug out and ready to go. We're still digging underneath our wall to get a little bit of clay out. Still going to be a little while before we get this all dug out. There's a fair amount of rocky soil here I wanted to get cleaned up, so we're working on that. This clay here, we're going to just dig out a little bit, and then we're going to fill in with soil here. We'll end up digging out the rest of this section on the other side. I want to get this filled with water. I don't want to spend extra time digging that out when we can save that for later. We are going to dig out this portion here that has clay. It's not too much here. I'm hoping this is the last layer. We don't have to go lower than this. Get this section cleaned out shortly, filled in with dirt, and then we'll start measuring out the tower, get that put together. And then once that is done and we get the moat filled in, we can finally get our temple put in. Our people have been praying in this little area for now. it doesn't look that nice. We want to get actual temple set up. Maybe we'll get that put in here. Have a little pond on the inside of our base. Maybe we'll get that to spread out around the temple, or maybe just right outside the temple. Not really sure how we're going to reposition all of this, but we do have a fair amount of rocky soil here we need to dig out as well. And then the leftover clay on the inside we kind of made progress on, but we definitely stopped working on that because it was more important to get all of the soil on the outside worked first. I feel like getting a proper moat put in, especially now that we're above 50 enemies showing up each time. We do have quite the amount of defenders ourselves, but we don't want to be, facing that many in armed combat in melee. Rather just pick them off with our archers, get a good defense going, play some tower defense here with our archers. We don't want like 20 of the marauders getting in and having to deal with that. We haven't had to deal with a breach yet, but we have 6 warriors ready to go. They got decent melee skill, not too worried. Well, we'll see how the next raid goes. Hopefully they are able to put in a trebuchet and we can steal one for ourselves after. But it looks like it takes up quite a lot of space. I don't think I'll be able to put that up on one of these. Definitely got to consider expanding this tower here at the front. Maybe we'll have like a wider area here, a tower that goes out like this wide at the front. Can get rid of these like side infirmaries, make this our main infirmary. But we'll see, not sure. Plans aren't set in stone yet. Well, want to thank you again for stopping by and supporting the channel. If you got a comment, leave it on the channel, leave it on the video. Criticize me, compliment me, let me know what you think. Otherwise, thanks for stopping by. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks, have a great one.